Hey, Laura. Finally finished the morning shift at the gift shop. You won't believe how many returns we had to process. My manager's been super strict since the holiday season is coming. Could really use some friend time to de-stress. Got any fun weekend plans? I've been stuck dealing with demanding customers and endless stock counts all week. The employee break room feels like a prison these days since they cut our breaks short.
Hi, Sarah. Actually, Emily and Kate are meeting at the mall food court after their kids' swimming class with Coach Marcus. We're planning to grab dinner while the kids are in art workshop upstairs. That new Italian place Emily's been raving about.
That sounds perfect. Would it be okay if I joined? Since I'm already here at the mall, it works out great. Plus, I get an employee discount at most of the restaurants. Well, except the Italian place. Mike's going to be glued to that big football game with his fantasy league friends anyway. And Amy's got her playdate at Jessica's until 7. I'd just end up alone scrolling through Instagram and watching everyone else's fun weekend stories.
Sarah, before we go further, we need to address something. Last weekend at Giovanni's, Kate had to cover your $85 dinner bill. Those specialty cocktails weren't cheap. And at Soul Barbecue, Emily paid your $100 share of the group meal. The girls have been messaging me about this pattern, and Jessica's still waiting for concert ticket money from last month.
Oh, come on, Laura. If someone had given me proper notice about those dinners, I would have totally budgeted for them. You know how retail schedules work. We get our shifts last minute, and the pay barely covers basics. Not like you with your marketing job, or Emily's real estate commissions, or Kate with her husband's dental practice money. I thought friends helped each other through rough patches.
Your financial planning isn't our responsibility, Sarah. Emily just started in real estate. She's still paying off her license and struggling with commission-only income. Kate puts most of her money into the kids' college fund since the divorce. Everyone manages their own budget and pays their own way. That's what responsible adults do. The group is really uncomfortable with your constant expectations.
Wait, are you actually saying I did something wrong? I thought friends were supposed to support each other. Remember when we all pitched in for Kate's divorce lawyer? And when Emily needed help with her real estate exam fees? How is this any different?
Those were one-time emergencies, and they both paid everyone back within weeks. This is completely different. You need to start taking responsibility for your own expenses. No more forgotten wallets or promises about future paychecks.
Whatever. So where exactly are we meeting? The food court's huge since they renovated. And hey, since you're driving past River District anyway, could you pick me up? My place is right by that new coffee shop everyone's talking about.
Sarah, you literally work at the mall. Your shop is a 2-minute walk from the food court. Don't you have your own car and employee parking? Or can't Mike drop you off since he'll be home? My house is completely in the opposite direction, and the construction on Madison Avenue is terrible now.
Why are you being so difficult? It would be so much more fun if we drove together. We could catch up on all the neighborhood gossip, like what really happened at the PTA bake sale last week. Plus, that new coffee place on River Street has amazing caramel lattes. It's barely a 30-minute drive.
Please just drive yourself or ask Mike. With the construction mess and new detour by the mall entrance, it would add at least 20 minutes each way. Plus, I'm trying to save gas money for the kids' summer activities.
It's just 20 minutes. You're being so selfish. Remember when we carpooled to PTA meetings? We'd get coffee, share gossip, plan playdates. What happened to all that? Sometimes I feel like you've all changed since you got your new jobs.
Things have changed, Sarah. Gas prices have doubled, and I'm saving for the kids' summer camp. The mall gives you free employee parking. That's a huge perk most of us don't get. I honestly don't understand why you can't just use that.
That's exactly why I'm trying to save money too. Have you seen gas prices lately? My retail salary barely covers my daily coffee and Amy's dance lessons as it is.
That's seriously your excuse? You can afford daily Starbucks runs but not gas for your own car? Do you hear how that sounds?
If I drive myself, I'll have to fill up my tank and walk forever from the employee lot. It's like a mile away. Such a waste when you're going anyway. It's just a tiny detour through River District. They finished that new roundabout, so it's super quick now. Come on, it'll be like old times. We could even stop by that cute new boutique I've been telling you about.
I'm sorry, but I can't. Emily's watching both her kids and mine during their art class, and I need to head straight home after. Tom has a major client presentation tomorrow morning that he's been stressing about all week. Plus, the kids have early swim practice.
Well, I've already told Mike you're picking me up. He needs the car for errands anyway. The brakes are making this weird noise. Just text me the time later. 3:30 would be perfect. Then we can grab coffee first.
Are you even listening to what I'm saying? This is exactly what everyone talks about. You completely ignore what people tell you and just do whatever you want. The group chat has been really frustrated about this.
Don't worry so much. I'll definitely remember my purse this time. I've even set a reminder on my phone. I've been saving up my tips from the gift shop all week, so I can totally splurge. Maybe we could even split some appetizers.
You better not forget it. I mean it, Sarah. Everyone's getting really tired of covering for you every single time. Kate was just saying how she can't afford to keep doing this.
Just don't forget to pick me up. I'll wait by the employee entrance, the one near the new home goods. I'll wear that cute new top I got on clearance. We're going to have such an amazing time.
Fine. I'll pick you up this one time, but only because I don't want to argue anymore. This is absolutely a one-time thing, Sarah. No more assuming I'm your personal driver. And you need to bring money for your share. No exceptions.
You're seriously the best friend ever. I totally promise I won't ask again. Can't wait to see everyone. Should I bring those pictures from Amy's dance recital? We could plan the next playdate too.
Sarah, this has gotten completely out of hand. I've been getting nonstop messages from everyone about the money situation. When exactly are you planning to pay people back? Kate's especially upset about last weekend.
What are you talking about? Everything seemed fine at dinner. Everyone was laughing and having such a great time. Why is everyone being weird about this now?
The entire group is asking about this. $75 from Emily at Korean barbecue, $95 at Giovanni's from Kate, $40 from me for mall lunch. And those are just from this month. Jessica's still waiting for concert money from 2 months ago. You keep promising to pay, but no one's seen anything.
Oh, that's what this is about? Don't stress. Mike's about to close this huge real estate deal. Biggest commission he's ever had coming. I'll pay everyone back as soon as that check comes in. Plus, I might get promoted at the gift shop soon.
You said the exact same thing about Mike's big commission 3 months ago. Look, if this pattern continues, we can't include you in our plans anymore. Everyone feels taken advantage of, and honestly, I don't blame them.
Why are you being so dramatic about this? We're friends. Anyway, I saw Emily at Target yesterday, and she mentioned something exciting coming up. What are you all planning? Fill me in.
Are you actually hearing anything I'm saying right now? This is serious, Sarah. The group is really upset, and you're just changing the subject like always.
Kate's being super weird about some trip she's organizing. She totally ignored my messages asking for details. Since when do we keep secrets? I thought we told each other everything.
Given the current situation with all the money you owe everyone, I think you can probably figure out why they didn't share the details with you.
Come on, just tell me about the trip. Stop being so mean and secretive. Where are you all going? Don't be so selfish. We're supposed to be best friends here.
Fine. We're planning a weekend at Crystal Springs Resort. Emily found a really good spa package deal, and Kate's sister gets a corporate discount through her job.
A luxury spa resort? Are you kidding me? We've been talking about doing a girls' spa weekend forever, literally since Amy and Jake were in preschool. I can't believe none of you told me. But whatever, doesn't matter how I found out. I'm definitely coming with you guys.
Wait, what? Why do you sound surprised? And what exactly do you mean you're definitely coming? This isn't like dropping by for coffee, Sarah. This is an expensive weekend we've been planning for months.
Of course I'm coming. You can't plan our dream spa weekend without me. That's so unfair. I won't forgive any of you if you leave me out. Remember when we all promised to do a spa trip after Kate's divorce? This is perfect timing.
Sarah, you literally cannot come. We've planned everything down to the last detail. We've paid for the package deal up front. Emily's sister worked really hard to get us this special group rate, but it's strictly for 3 people. There's no way to add another person.
Oh, that's totally fine. I'll just book my own room and meet you there. I've been dying to try those fancy mineral pools I saw on Instagram. Plus, I heard their massages are amazing. We can all get treatments together.
Are you actually serious right now? Have you even looked at their regular rates? It's a luxury resort during peak season. Rooms start at $500 per night, not including any spa services. This isn't something you can just casually join, especially given the current situation.
Don't worry about the price. I've stayed at tons of fancy resorts before. Mike and I did that weekend in Vegas last year, remember? Could you just add me to your hotel booking? That would make everything so much easier. I'm great at sharing rooms.
Sarah, we booked this through Emily's sister's corporate discount. It was a special package deal that included everything: spa treatments, dining credits, activities. It's not possible to just add another room. The whole point was getting the group rate.
Then send me all the booking details. Which dates exactly? I need to get time off from the gift shop, though my manager totally owes me for covering all those extra shifts. I am absolutely joining you guys for this. We can do all the spa treatments together.
Are you seriously not hearing yourself right now? You still haven't paid anyone back from previous outings. Kate's still waiting for the Giovanni's money, Emily for Korean barbecue, not to mention all the smaller loans. How do you possibly plan to afford a luxury resort weekend?
I'll figure something out. Maybe I can pick up extra shifts, or Mike's commission might come through. Don't worry about my finances. That's my business. Just send me the details. I'm already looking at resort outfits online. This is going to be the best girls' trip ever.
Listen carefully. Nothing is even confirmed yet. We got flexible reservations because of our kids. Emily's son has that big soccer tournament coming up, and Kate's daughter might have her dance recital. Everything can still be canceled if needed. Plus, most of the premium spa slots and dining reservations are already booked solid for our small group. Why not wait and join us for the next trip we plan together? We could do something more budget-friendly.
I honestly have no idea what you're trying to suggest here. Just send me the booking info. I can handle my own room reservation. Or wait, even better idea, I could just share with you. Think how much money we'd save. We can have late-night gossip sessions like back in college.
The hotel has strict occupancy rules, Sarah. They don't allow that kind of arrangement, especially with the package deal. If you're really serious, I'll send the basic details, but I'm telling you one more time. This trip isn't completely confirmed yet. We might have to reschedule or cancel.
This is going to be absolutely perfect. I'm already planning my packing list. Need some new swimsuits for the mineral pools. Oh, and quick favor. Could you put my room on your card when you book? I'll totally pay you back before we go. You know my credit's been weird lately.
Absolutely not. I am definitely not paying for your room. The resort might be fully booked anyway. It's peak season and they're very popular. If you're serious about joining, you need to handle all your own reservations and payments. No more depending on us to manage everything. We've discussed this.
You always say stuff like that, but I know you'll help me out. You're such a good friend. Gotta run. Amy needs help with her homework. Don't forget to send those details. Can't wait to have the best spa weekend ever. Laura, why aren't you answering any of my messages? I've been trying to reach you since yesterday afternoon. I must have sent like 20 texts. This is really important.
Just got in. Sorry for not responding. Been really busy with final preparations and organizing everything. Had a lot to handle.
Got in where exactly? You should have answered me anyway. This is super important. I should be your priority right now. Are you guys already at the resort? The main building is huge. Can you come get me? I'm not sure where to go.
What are you talking about? Stop pretending you don't know what's going on. This isn't funny, Sarah.
What do you mean? I thought you were all going to pick me up. I've been waiting here forever. The lobby staff keeps giving me weird looks.
Pick you up from where exactly? I honestly have no idea what you're talking about right now.
Why are you acting so confused? This isn't funny anymore. Did something happen? Is everyone okay?
Sarah, I am completely lost here. What exactly are you trying to say?
I'm standing in the Crystal Mountain Resort lobby right now. I'm right by that big fountain with the mountain goat statues. Where are you guys? The receptionist says she can't find any reservation under your names. When are you coming to get me?
Wait, what? Please tell me you're joking. Please tell me you didn't actually go to the resort by yourself.
Just tell me where to meet you. This place is massive, and I've never been here before. I'm getting really nervous being here alone. There's some corporate retreat group checking in, and they keep staring at me. Plus, I think the valet is getting suspicious about why I've been in the lobby so long.
Sarah, we canceled the Crystal Mountain trip. I cannot come get you because I am not there. None of us are there. How did you even get there?
What do you mean you're not here? Stop messing around. This isn't funny anymore. You're scaring me. You didn't really cancel, right? Tell me you didn't cancel. You can't have canceled. I used Mike's emergency credit card for this.
This is not a joke, Sarah. I am being completely serious. None of us are at Crystal Mountain. I can't believe you actually went there.
I don't understand. Where is everyone? The resort staff is starting to ask questions. This is so embarrassing. Where are you really?
We're all still in town. Emily had an emergency parent-teacher conference for Jake this morning, so we canceled Crystal Mountain days ago. We decided to do a local spa day instead. It was easier with everyone's schedules. We're planning to meet at Harmony Day Spa this afternoon. I thought that was clear when we changed the group chat name.
Wait. What? You're going to Harmony Spa instead? That little place downtown by the coffee shop. How could you change everything without telling me?
Yes, we just met up for breakfast to finalize everything. We're doing a relaxing local day that works better for everyone's families. Kate's husband is watching all the kids so we can still have our girls' day.
This is not happening. This has to be some kind of elaborate prank, right? Please tell me this is just a prank and you're all about to walk through those lobby doors. Please, my hands are literally shaking right now.
This is absolutely not a prank, Sarah. Everything I'm telling you is the truth. We changed plans to something simpler that worked better for everyone's families and budgets. Our kids are actually excited about having a fun local weekend. Emily's planning a movie night for all of them.
Why didn't anyone tell me about canceling Crystal Mountain? How could you not let me know? I thought we were all friends. I've been so excited about this.
Why would we specifically tell you? We never actually invited you in the first place. I had no idea you'd actually booked anything. You never mentioned making reservations. You should have checked with us directly before doing anything this drastic.
But I told you I was coming. We had that whole conversation about it. Remember? When I said I'd share your room? This can't be happening.
I specifically told you multiple times that nothing was confirmed. You clearly weren't listening, as usual. I can't believe you actually booked a resort stay without checking first. This is exactly what everyone's been talking about. You never listen and just do whatever you want. How did you even pay for this?
So this really isn't a joke? I'm seriously here all alone? The resort staff is starting to whisper and point at me. Oh God, what am I going to tell Mike about his credit card?
That's exactly what I've been trying to tell you. Want me to send a photo of all of us at the local cafe right now? Emily and Kate are sitting right here with me. Sarah, what were you thinking? This is beyond irresponsible.
Oh God, okay. I believe you now. But what am I supposed to do? I've never even been to this resort before. The lobby is huge and intimidating, with all these wealthy-looking people checking in. I don't know anyone here, and these room rates are insane. The reception staff keeps giving me these pitying looks, and I think the security guard is watching me. This is beyond humiliating.
How did you even get there without a reservation? Crystal Mountain requires booking confirmation and a security deposit at check-in. Those are basic requirements. Please tell me you at least called ahead to book a room for yourself. Though given the prices, I don't see how you could afford it.
What are you talking about? I thought you were handling all the room bookings. Didn't you make my reservation when you did yours? You know I'm not good with all that planning stuff. That's why I always let you handle the details.
Are you actually serious right now? I told you multiple times, very clearly and explicitly, that I would not be making any reservations for you. We had this exact conversation. Do you ever actually listen to what people tell you, or do you just hear what you want to hear?
Why are you being so cruel about this? Please, I really need your help. I'm honestly starting to panic here. The front desk manager keeps walking past and giving me these suspicious looks. I can't just stand in this lobby forever. People are starting to whisper and stare. Can someone please come get me? I'll pay for gas this time, I promise.
I'm not being cruel. I'm being completely realistic about the situation you created. I'm actually amazed you managed to get all the way to Crystal Mountain by yourself. The resort's not exactly easy to find, and it's a 2-hour drive from town. How did you even pay for the transportation? Don't tell me you took another Uber on someone else's account.
I kind of borrowed Mike's emergency credit card while he was sleeping. He doesn't know about it yet. I was going to ask you guys to help me pay it back before he saw the statement. You know how he gets about money stuff. I figured once I was here, you'd understand and help cover it.
I'm going to pretend I didn't just hear you admit to stealing your husband's credit card. Sarah, if you could figure out how to get yourself to the resort, you could have figured out how to book a proper room. This is completely irresponsible. You're a grown woman with a child.
But I really thought you were handling all the details. You always used to help me plan things. Remember all our PTA events? You know I'm terrible with reservations and booking stuff. That's why I need friends like you.
Let me get this perfectly straight. You assumed I was booking your room without ever actually confirming it? Without ever discussing payment, without even being invited on this trip? The mental gymnastics here are astounding. And let's be honest, you only wanted me to handle the booking because you had no intention of paying for it yourself, right? Just like every other time you've forgotten your wallet or promised to pay us back later. We all see the pattern now.
Well, maybe that was part of it. But we always help each other out. That's what friendship is about, right? Supporting each other through everything.
Everyone sees right through you now, Sarah. The whole group is completely tired of your constant borrowing and manipulation. You never have any intention of paying anyone back. You just keep taking advantage of people's kindness. Well, it stops now. You're going to repay every single dollar you've taken from us, including the concert tickets, restaurant bills, and all those emergency loans.
I didn't take advantage of anyone. Stop being so dramatic about everything. Friends are supposed to help each other. It was just a few borrowed dollars here and there. Why are you making such a huge deal out of normal friend stuff? This isn't like you, Laura.
A few dollars? Are you kidding me? Sarah, I sat down and added it up last night. You owe our friend group over $2,000 total. That's not even counting all the meals, rides, and borrowed items you've never returned. This isn't something we can just ignore anymore. Kate's kids' college fund is missing money because of you. Emily had to delay her real estate courses. Everyone's done enabling your behavior.
Okay. I'm really, really sorry. I promise I'll pay everyone back eventually. You know I'm good for it. But please, can you help me figure out what to do right now? I'm completely stranded at this ridiculously expensive resort with no room. The valet keeps asking about my non-existent car, and I think the front desk is about to call security. I don't even know how to get back home from here. The Uber fare would be insane, and I already maxed out Mike's card on the trip up here.
The resort has a perfectly good concierge desk. Go ask them for help. They can call you a cab or help you book a bus ticket home. This is not my problem to solve anymore. And Sarah? Once you get back, please don't contact any of us for a while. The whole group needs space from you. Nobody wants to deal with this manipulative behavior anymore. We've all hit our limit.
What are you even talking about? Everyone loves hanging out with me. I'm the fun one. I always make everyone laugh and keep things interesting. Kate even said last month that our group wouldn't be the same without me. You're just being mean because you're jealous of how popular I am with everyone.
I have absolutely no idea how you've convinced yourself of that. This level of delusion is actually concerning. Just focus on paying everyone back when you get home. The group chat has already been archived, and we've all agreed it's best if you don't join us for activities anymore. Hope you enjoy your solo day trip to Crystal Mountain. Maybe use the time to really think about your choices.
Sarah spent the next several hours desperately trying to reach Laura, leaving increasingly frantic voicemails and texts. She tried messaging Emily and Kate too, but discovered she'd been blocked on all platforms. Meanwhile, Laura was enjoying a peaceful spa day with Emily and Kate at Harmony Day Spa, their phones silenced and their afternoon free from drama. After 6 excruciating hours in the resort lobby, during which she pretended to be waiting for a business meeting, Sarah finally swallowed her pride and asked the concierge to help arrange transportation home. She spent her last $40 on a bus ticket back to town, fighting back tears as the luxury resort disappeared behind her. Upon returning home, Sarah discovered the full extent of the damage she'd caused. Not only was she completely frozen out of the mom group, but her social media showed she'd been quietly unfriended by most of the school parents. Worse, Mike had discovered the unauthorized credit card charges and was furious about her deception. He demanded immediate repayment and cut up her access to their joint account. To repay both her husband and her former friends, Sarah had to pick up extra shifts at the gift shop and find a second job as a weekend barista. The lonely hours working gave her plenty of time to reflect on how her actions had finally caught up with her.
Rachel, I just got off the phone with Dan about your oncologist appointment. Finally got those results back, did you? These doctors nowadays, making us wait in suspense for so long. It's ridiculous. So it's definitely breast cancer then? There's absolutely no chance they made a mistake? Did you get a second opinion like I suggested?
Yes, hi Patricia. I know we should have called you sooner. Everything's been a bit overwhelming since we got the news. It is cancer, but they caught it very early, which is a blessing. The doctors are very optimistic about treatment options. I'm ready to fight this with everything I've got. We're going to beat this. I need to stay strong for Dan and Kevin.
Oh, I'm sure you're determined enough. You always have been, haven't you? But that's not what concerns me right now. I'm worried about my own flesh and blood. My son and my precious grandson, Kevin. How are they supposed to cope with a sick person in the house? This casts such a dark cloud over everything. The housework will surely suffer. Who's going to handle all the cooking, cleaning, and laundry? Are you expecting Dan and Kevin to pick up your slack just because you were careless enough to get sick? My poor boy shouldn't have to deal with this kind of burden. You know, there are all these prevention methods nowadays. I'm constantly seeing advertisements for healthy eating apps and exercise programs on my Facebook feed. If you'd taken better care of yourself, maybe this wouldn't have happened. I warned you about all those chemicals in those nail salon products you use, didn't I?
I'm sorry, Patricia, but even basic tasks are difficult right now because of the pain and fatigue. Dan has always been wonderful about helping around the house, so this won't be a huge adjustment for us. Kevin's too young to take on chores, but he's such a sweet, understanding boy. I know Dan can manage things while I focus on getting through the treatment. We've already worked out a schedule that works for everyone.
This is absolutely outrageous. A man doing housework? My precious son doing a wife's duties? I will not stand for this kind of degradation of my only child. The very suggestion makes my blood boil. Who do you think you are to even propose such a thing? I knew something like this would happen. I've been warning Dan for years about your modern attitudes. This all goes back to you refusing to breastfeed Kevin properly. 4 long years, I've had to listen to your excuses and justifications about it. If you'd bothered to read any of those expensive parenting books I bought you, or attended those natural mothering classes I recommended, you'd understand the crucial immune benefits of breastfeeding. But no, you always think you know better than everyone else. Well, look where that superior attitude has gotten you. Now, do you finally see that I was right all along? That your stubbornness has consequences?
Patricia, that is incredibly unfair, and you know it. I didn't choose not to breastfeed Kevin. Do you honestly think I wanted to struggle like that? Those first months were torture for me. I had every intention of nursing him until at least his first birthday, just like all the books recommended. I tried absolutely everything. 3 different lactation consultants, pumping every 2 hours around the clock. All those herbal supplements you kept pushing on me, even prescription medications from my doctor. But my body simply wouldn't produce enough milk, no matter what I did. The stress of failing was crushing me. What exactly was I supposed to do? Let my baby go hungry just to please your idea of perfect motherhood? Would you have preferred I let him starve just to say I was exclusively breastfeeding? Should I have let you be his wet nurse, since you seemed to think you knew best? Of course, I read about the benefits of breastfeeding. I did months of intensive research while I was pregnant. I read every book, joined all the support groups, attended every class. But I also learned that the marginal benefits don't outweigh the severe psychological stress and potential health risks when a mother is being pressured beyond her physical capabilities. Our pediatrician, a highly respected doctor you chose, by the way, assured us repeatedly that modern formula was perfectly fine, even better in cases like mine where supply was insufficient and there were concerns about adequate nutrition. It's been 4 years, Patricia, and you still bring this up at every possible opportunity. At Kevin's birthday parties, at family gatherings, even at church events. Are you seriously suggesting that breast cancer is some kind of divine punishment for formula feeding? Is that really what you're trying to imply here? That I somehow deserve to get sick because I couldn't produce enough milk? Is that the kind of cruel logic you're using to make sense of this situation?
I don't care about other mothers or what their excuses might be. I'm talking specifically about you. You're the one who went and got cancer while everyone else in the family is perfectly healthy. How dare you speak to me with such disrespect? I'm simply pointing out the obvious fact that you brought this entire situation on yourself through your own stubborn choices and modern ideas about motherhood. If you'd listened to my advice about natural living, proper nutrition, and traditional family values, things might be very different right now. But you were always too proud and self-important to take guidance from anyone, weren't you? Always had to do things your own way. even if it meant going against centuries of maternal wisdom. Now, look what's happened. And now my beloved son and precious grandson have to suffer the consequences of your choices. Actually, this settles it. It's probably best for everyone if you just skip our Thanksgiving gathering next month. I don't want you spreading your negative energy and illness during our cherished family celebration. It would cast such a dark shadow over everything. Stay home and wallow in self-pity like you clearly want to do. What do you young people call it these days? Netflix and chill? Yes, do that instead. At least then you won't be ruining everyone else's holiday with your condition and your modern attitudes.
Patricia, you can't possibly believe what you're saying. Surely you understand that cancer isn't something you catch from bad decisions or negative thinking. This isn't like getting a cold from going outside with wet hair or developing a rash from poison ivy. All those old wives' tales you love to quote. It's a serious medical condition that can affect anyone, regardless of their choices or lifestyle. The fact that you're using my illness as another excuse to criticize my parenting and life choices is beyond cruel. These awful accusations you're making. I just can't believe you're saying such heartless things to me right now, when I need support most.
Oh, don't act so wounded and persecuted. You should be absolutely ecstatic that I'm giving you a perfect excuse to skip all the cooking and hosting duties for 30 people. Most daughters-in-law would be thrilled to have such an understanding mother-in-law. And yet, I haven't heard a single word of gratitude from you for my considerable kindness and flexibility. Most mother-in-laws would insist you attend regardless of your condition. Have you thought about that? Many would expect you to fulfill your family duties no matter what. You're getting off incredibly easy here and still finding ways to complain. Typical of your generation, always playing the victim. You have absolutely everything handed to you on a silver platter. A wonderful husband, a beautiful home, a perfect son, and a mother-in-law who goes out of her way to guide you properly. And yet you still find ways to act like you're being mistreated. You should be on your knees every day thanking God you have such an understanding and generous mother-in-law as me. Ask anyone in our church group or my bridge club. They'll tell you how incredibly lucky you are to have me. Most women would be grateful for such guidance and wisdom.
Yes, Patricia, thank you for being so tremendously considerate and understanding. I'm truly grateful I won't have to stand for hours in front of a hot oven while fighting nausea and fatigue from my cancer treatments. Your kindness and compassion know no bounds. I'm sure everyone at church will agree what a saint you are for excusing me from Thanksgiving duties while I deal with this minor inconvenience of fighting for my life.
Finally, a proper show of gratitude. Was that so terribly difficult? Though I detect a hint of sarcasm in your tone, young lady. But now I'm deeply worried about the social implications of all this. What will everyone think when they see me, a poor widow, struggling all alone to prepare the entire holiday feast? The gossip will be unbearable. You should start calling relatives right away to explain your absence. I don't want anyone thinking I'm not taking proper care of my family. Make sure to emphasize how understanding I'm being about the whole situation.
I really don't think that's necessary, Patricia. Between managing Kevin's rigid schedule and dealing with your constant critiques of my parenting, I've barely been visible at these gatherings anyway. Most of the time, I'm stuck in the kitchen or chasing after Kevin while you hold court in the living room. I honestly doubt anyone will even notice my absence this year. They're all too busy trying to impress you.
Are you ashamed of your condition? Is that what this is about? Afraid of me telling people about your cancer diagnosis? Well, I've got news for you. I'm already embarrassed enough having you as a daughter-in-law. My sisters all have such accomplished, sophisticated daughters-in-law, doctors, lawyers, professors, all with perfect children and impeccable housekeeping skills. And what did I get stuck with? A retail worker who can't even maintain her own health. Someone who puts modern ideas above traditional values. I absolutely refuse to give them another reason to pity me behind my back at our family gatherings. The shame of it all is almost too much to bear. Oh, I can't believe you're putting me under this much stress and strain. At my delicate age, with my sensitive constitution, and right before the holiday season, my blood pressure is surely skyrocketing from all this worry. The doctor warned me about getting too upset, said it could trigger my heart palpitations. Is that what you want? To make your mother-in-law ill with all this drama and modern nonsense? Haven't you caused enough problems already?
I understand you're upset, Patricia, but I need you to realize something. I'm the one actually facing cancer here. I'm the one who has to endure chemotherapy and radiation treatments. I'm the one preparing myself for major surgery and an uncertain future. I'm the one wondering if I'll get to see my son grow up. I'm not asking you to be my cheerleader or even to show genuine concern. But could you please stop attacking me and my life choices when I'm already at my lowest point? Could you find even a shred of compassion in your heart for what I'm going through?
Attacking you? Is that how you twist and manipulate everything I say? I've done nothing but speak the honest truth out of love and concern for my family. Your oversensitivity and victim mentality must be another side effect of your condition. Heaven forbid anyone speak plainly and truthfully around you anymore. Are we all supposed to tiptoe around on eggshells just because you're sick? Some of us still believe in speaking our minds and maintaining proper family standards. This is exactly what's wrong with your generation. Always so quick to take offense at everything. Oh, my precious grandson. My poor, innocent little Kevin. I can't bear thinking about him being raised by such an unstable and defensive mother. Wait, I know exactly what needs to be done. I'll pick him up from daycare today and bring him to stay with me. Yes, this is absolutely perfect. He can live in my house until this whole unfortunate mess is sorted out. I have a proper spare bedroom already, with none of those modern electronic gadgets you let him play with. I'll teach him proper values and traditions. Isn't that the perfect solution? I can raise him the right way, just like I raised Dan.
You want to take my son away from me before I've even had my first treatment? Before my doctors have even finalized my care plan? Before we know the full extent of what we're dealing with? Absolutely not, Patricia. I am putting my foot down right now, and I mean it. You leave Kevin completely out of this toxic situation. I understand you've never approved of me, my background, my parenting, or anything else about me, but you will not use my illness as an excuse to separate me from my child. Kevin needs his mother now more than ever, and I will not let you poison this situation any further with your controlling behavior and outdated ideas.
Oh, please. Do you honestly believe this is about me being selfish? That I'm volunteering to watch him out of some personal gain? How dare you suggest such a thing? I'm thinking solely about what's best for my precious grandson. What kind of irresponsible mother would willfully subject her child to watching her waste away through chemotherapy when she could protect him from that trauma? Have you even stopped for one moment to consider what it would do to Kevin's developing mind to see his mother deteriorating in a cold hospital bed, connected to all those frightening machines, losing her hair in clumps day after day? Why would you want your innocent 4-year-old son to carry those emotional scars for the rest of his life when he could be safe and happy at my house, playing with his cousins, enjoying normal childhood activities like he deserves? I have a beautiful yard where he can play, and his cousins visit every weekend. He'd be surrounded by love and normalcy instead of illness and despair.
Fine, maybe. Maybe you have a point about some things, Patricia. I suppose it wouldn't be the worst idea to have Kevin stay with you temporarily while I'm undergoing the most intense treatments. But Dan needs to pick him up every single weekend without fail so they both understand this is absolutely not permanent. And please be gentle when you explain the situation to Kevin. He's only 4 years old and won't understand why his mommy isn't there. He's already sensitive about being away from me at daycare. This needs to be handled with extreme care and love, not your usual directness. Promise me you'll let him know how much I love him every single day.
What exactly do you think temporary means in this situation? Cancer isn't some common cold you just bounce back from with chicken soup and rest. What happens when the inevitable occurs and things take a turn for the worse? What do you expect Kevin to do then? He shouldn't have to face a sudden, traumatic loss of his mother. It's far kinder to ease him into the transition gradually. Let him adjust to a new normal while he still has the emotional resilience of childhood. What better way than having him slowly adapt to living with his loving grandmother? I can make this easier for everyone involved. I've raised children before, unlike you who's still learning. I know how to handle these delicate situations.
You are truly despicable, Patricia. Your cruelty knows absolutely no bounds, does it? To stand there in your designer outfit, in your perfect house, and suggest I'm already dead when I haven't even started treatment. The depths of your heartlessness are truly staggering. How dare you write me off so easily?
What did you just say to me? How dare you take that tone with your mother-in-law? After everything I've done for this family, my own doctor warned me about getting too upset. Do you want to be responsible for my heart condition acting up?
You heard me perfectly well through those expensive hearing aids. I said you are a despicable, horrible human being. Is your soul as rotten as your heart? For 6 long, exhausting years, I've endured your snide comments and backhanded compliments at every family gathering, every holiday, every Sunday dinner. I bit my tongue because you were Dan's mother, because I foolishly thought I owed you respect, because I naively believed I could be the bigger person. I stayed quiet when you mocked my working-class parents at our wedding reception, when you belittled my retail career at every opportunity, when you criticized every single parenting choice I made, from Kevin's name to his preschool. I endured your weekly critiques of my housekeeping, my cooking, my appearance, everything. But now that I have cancer, you're already planning my funeral and plotting to steal my son? Who exactly do you think you are? The queen of this little kingdom you've built in your mind? And you know what else, since we're finally being honest here? You constantly look down on my parents for being working class, but at least they built real careers for themselves. Dad worked his way up from factory floor to management, and Mom ran her own successful bakery. What have you ever done besides riding on your late husband's coattails? Nothing. You've never been anything but a housewife, pretending to be some grand matriarch just because you're the oldest sister. You think you're so important because everyone gathers at your house for holidays? They only come because you have the biggest house and it's convenient to the train station. That's it. That's your only claim to fame. You've never actually achieved anything on your own merit. All you do is judge others from your throne of inherited privilege. Don't you dare mistake my past patience for weakness or acceptance. You have absolutely no right to talk about my illness like I brought it on myself through poor choices. And you certainly have no right to make unilateral decisions about what's best for my son. You're nothing but a cruel, manipulative, selfish old woman who can't stand that she's losing her grip on everyone around her. Your own children barely visit unless it's a holiday. Your sisters only tolerate your superior attitude because of tradition. And now you want to use my illness to steal my child? I won't let you create another generation of emotional manipulation.
What in God's name has gotten into you? Have you completely lost your mind? How dare you speak to me with such vicious disrespect in my own home? Is this the cancer affecting your brain already? Do you want to be permanently cut off from this family entirely? Is that your ultimate goal here? I am your mother-in-law, the grandmother of your child. You owe me respect and gratitude for everything I've done for this family. I could have made your life so much harder these past years, but I chose to be generous.
Go ahead. Threaten to cut me off from your precious family. Why don't you call Dan right now and demand he divorce me? Do it. Actually, thank you, Patricia. This might be the wake-up call I needed. Divorce might have been terrifying for someone like you, who's never stood on her own 2 feet or earned her own money. But I'm different. I have my own career, my own life, my own identity beyond being someone's wife. Unlike you, I don't need to leech off anyone else's success. I make enough at my job to support myself and Kevin comfortably. And without all these mandatory family gatherings eating up my weekends, without your constant demands for attention and respect, I could probably increase my hours and make even more. So go ahead, tell Dan to leave me. Because I guarantee you, with my stable job and income, there's no judge in this state who would give him full custody of Kevin. I'd make absolutely sure of that.
What good is your precious retail salary when it'll all go straight to endless medical bills? Do you have any idea how expensive cancer treatment is these days? It destroys families financially. Even if you somehow survive this, I won't let my son and grandson end up destitute because of your stubborn pride and modern ideas about women working. You clearly don't understand the realities of serious illness and family obligations.
You're living in the dark ages, Patricia. This isn't the 1950s anymore where women have to depend on their husbands or in-laws. My job provides excellent health insurance, one of the best plans available. It covers all my medical expenses, even transportation to treatments. And since we caught this cancer early, there's a 98% survival rate. Not that you bothered to ask about any of that before planning my funeral and trying to steal my child. You're so busy planning for my death that you can't even acknowledge I might live.
Well, isn't that just wonderful for you? Some of us still believe in traditional family values rather than relying on soulless corporate insurance policies. But go ahead, put your faith in paperwork rather than family.
Let me make something absolutely crystal clear, Patricia. You will not be taking Kevin from his daycare or anywhere else. I am his mother and the only authorized guardian for pickup and drop-off. They have extremely strict security protocols. They won't release him to anyone without my explicit written permission. If you try anything underhanded, they'll call me immediately, and if necessary, they'll contact the police. I've already warned them about potential unauthorized pickup attempts. No matter what you think of me or my parenting, you cannot legally take my son. Don't test me on this. I will not hesitate to take legal action. And if I ever do need help with childcare during my treatment, I'll ask my own parents. They might live 2 hours away, but that drive is worth it to have Kevin with people who actually love and support us unconditionally. I'm completely done with your toxic behavior and manipulation. I can't believe I've let you treat me like this for so long, always trying to keep the peace, always giving in to keep Dan happy. All I've ever done is try to be a good wife to your son and a loving mother to Kevin. I deserved better than your constant criticism and judgment. Every time I leave your house, I feel worse about myself. The stress you cause probably is making my condition worse. Your negativity is more toxic than any chemotherapy could be.
Well, don't expect me to keep track of your precious treatment schedule or offer any help with Kevin. You're clearly on your own with all of this. Since you're such a capable, independent modern woman, let's see how well you manage everything by yourself, shall we? Don't come crying to me when it all becomes too much for your precious corporate insurance to handle.
Excuse me? You might want to check your facts and your attitude. You're the one acting delirious. Have you forgotten who actually has cancer here? Your grip on reality seems to be slipping, Patricia. Or maybe you're just showing your true colors now that you can't manipulate me with guilt anymore. Either way, I see you clearly for the first time, and I won't let you use my illness to control our family.
You're clearly not thinking rationally. How can I possibly trust you to look after Kevin when you can't even maintain a civil conversation? Your emotional state is completely unstable.
Oh, speaking of health issues, I'm surprised you don't know yet. I thought you should be informed as soon as possible so you could make your own decisions about treatment. That's what I told your daughters when I ran into them at the hospital last week. They still haven't told you? How strange. At this point, I have to wonder why they're keeping you in the dark. Unless They have their reasons, of course. I would never keep something like this from my own mother. I'd want her to know immediately so I could support her through everything. But I suppose every family handles these things differently.
What exactly are you talking about? What sick game are you playing? If you know something about my health, you need to tell me right now. I demand to know what my daughters have been hiding.
Remember that checkup you had last month? When the doctor ordered those additional blood tests because of something concerning in your MRI results? Well, I happened to overhear your daughters discussing it with your doctor in the hospital corridor. You have endometrial cancer, Patricia. They really haven't told you yet? How? Interesting. Though I suppose you wouldn't have noticed any symptoms. They say cancer progresses much more slowly in older people. Still, keeping this from you seems rather cruel, don't you think?
Your cancer must be affecting your mind. What nonsense are you spouting? This is some kind of twisted revenge, isn't it? Are you seriously telling me I have cancer? This isn't funny, Rachel. This is a horrible thing to joke about.
Oh, it's no joke, unfortunately. But look on the bright side. You have options. You could choose aggressive treatment like I'm doing, or, as you so thoughtfully suggested regarding Kevin and me, you could slowly ease into it. Though I can't help but wonder why your daughters haven't discussed treatment options with you yet. Time is rather crucial with these things, as you so helpfully pointed out earlier. Pausing thoughtfully unless. Well, I hate to suggest this, but maybe they're hoping nature will take its course before you ever find out those inheritance laws can be quite motivating, can't they? The big house, the family heirlooms, all those antiques you love to show off.
Slowly fade away. How can you be so heartlessly cruel? Whatever our disagreements, I am still your mother-in-law. You can't speak to me this way.
Oh, but I thought we were all speaking the truth here. Isn't that exactly what you said when you were speculating about my death? When you were planning to take my son because you assumed I wouldn't survive? Leaning forward, it must be devastating to realize you won't be able to host any more family gatherings, no more Thanksgiving dinners, no more Christmas parties. Isn't that your whole identity? Playing the perfect hostess in your perfect house? Having everyone praise your decorating and cooking?
What? What are you saying? This can't be happening.
Didn't you just tell me not to come to Thanksgiving because I'd cast a dampening shadow on the festivities? Funny how that works. Your cancer is just as real as mine, Patricia. Or does your rule about sick people ruining holidays only apply to daughters-in-law you disapprove of? Talk about hypocrisy. You can dish out cruel words but can't handle hearing them yourself, can you?
That's quite enough. I should never have let you continue this vicious attack. Look how you're trying to twist everything around. Standing shakily, you need to help me find the best cancer specialist immediately. I want the top expert in the field. Someone with prestige, with awards, with an international reputation. You know about these things now. You need to help me.
Me? Oh no, I couldn't possibly help. After all, I wouldn't want my dark shadow affecting your chances of survival. In fact, I don't think I'll ever speak to you again after today. If my time truly is limited, as you so kindly suggested earlier, I'm certainly not going to waste any of it on someone like you. Why don't you ask your loving daughters for help, the ones who've been keeping this from you? Or perhaps one of your sisters who you love to compete with? Either way, good luck with everything, Patricia. I truly mean that. Goodbye. Walking toward the door without looking back.
After that eye-opening confrontation with Patricia, my world shifted dramatically. I blocked her number immediately and haven't exchanged a single word with her since. Even now, months later, I can barely process the cruelty of her words, how she tried to use my illness as a weapon to steal my son away from me. The memory of that day still makes my hands shake, but it also gave me the strength to finally stand up for myself.
The medical journey itself has been more positive than anyone expected. Through a combination of skilled surgery and targeted radiation treatments, my doctors were able to remove all traces of cancer. My latest scans show no signs of malignancy, and I've embraced a completely new lifestyle. Regular exercise, clean eating, and most importantly, less stress. It's amazing how removing toxic relationships can help healing. I couldn't have made it through without Dan and Kevin. My husband has shown incredible strength, juggling work and childcare while supporting me through every treatment. And Kevin, my sweet boy, somehow knew exactly when I needed extra hugs or just a silly joke to lift my spirits. Their love has been the best medicine. Even my work at the boutique has been unexpectedly understanding. They've let me maintain flexible hours during recovery, and my regular customers have become like a second family, always checking in on my progress. As for Patricia, life had its own way of delivering lessons. She did end up having cancer, and despite warnings about her age, insisted on aggressive surgery. The procedure was successful, though her recovery has been slower than mine. Karma, perhaps, has its own schedule. Recently, she reached out to Dan, suggesting she move in with us during her recovery. The idea alone brings back all the anxiety and tension I thought I'd left behind. How can I live under the same roof with someone who tried to destroy my family when I was at my weakest? I'm trying not to be vindictive. This experience has taught me the importance of rising above pettiness. But I also know that protecting my mental health is crucial to my continued recovery. Some distances, once created, might be better maintained. For now, my focus is where it should be, making up for lost time with Dan and Kevin. Every bedtime story, every family dinner, every weekend outing feels like a precious gift. Maybe someday we'll revisit the relationship with Patricia, but it needs to be on terms that respect all of us. Kevin occasionally asks about his grandmother, and we handle those moments carefully. He's too young to understand the complexity of adult relationships, but old enough to know that love shouldn't hurt. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!